All right, guys. I'm taking collective votes in the comments for who the fuck we pissed off in the past 5 years. Because for the past 5 years, the Saints starting quarterback has died at some point in the NFL season. In 2019, Breeze got hurt. Teddy had to play 5 games. 2020, Breeze got hurt again, and we had to watch Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill be Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. 2021, Jameis was hurt after a 5-2 start. 2022, Jameis died again. And 2023, Carr gets hurt 3 fucking games into the season. Not even 3 games in, 2.5. Because this offensive line is literal dog shit. It was bound to come. If you're averaging a sack per quarter, you get sacked 8 times through the first 2 games, and then continue to get the shit beat out of you in the third game. It's just not, you're not going to survive that. It's not sustainable. You're going to keep getting smacked and smacked and smacked until your shoulder, in Derek Carr's case, is like, bro, I can't take this shit anymore. I'm checking out. Boom, gone. He just went to a local hospital somewhere in wherever the fuck Green Bay, Wisconsin is. Some shit about Green, wherever. I don't know what. I don't know nothing about none of that. But he went to a local hospital there, and they're running further tests on him to make sure nothing internal is messed up. And they're trying to figure out what the problem is. But I'm telling you right now, if Derek Carr is out for a substantial amount of time, the season's over. Because what I just saw from Jameis Winston is absolutely not going to take us anywhere. We already knew Jameis Winston was ass coming into this game, which is why he was not in the equation to begin with. That's why he was not. We went and looked for Derek Carr to replace this bum ass motherfucker. And I'm not going to blame the entire loss on Jameis Winston, but it's hard not to at least give him some flack when you see the Saints are up 17-0 whenever Derek Carr is in the mix. Derek Carr goes out, Jameis Winston comes in, punt, 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 punt. 5 straight punts. 5 straight punts. And people are like, oh, it's the defense's fault. The people in my Discord are like, oh, it's the defense's fault. Man, the defense allowed 18 straight points. You know shit. If the offense is punting 5 straight times, 5 straight, and they can't even pick up a first down. The defense is out on the field for 80,000 years. Let me go look at the time of possession real quick, because I know the Saints dominated the time of possession in the beginning of the game, but towards the end, it was complete flip-flop, which is why the score changed in the way it did. So the Saints had 27 minutes of time of possession, which I'm pretty sure at least 23 of those minutes were in the first half. And the Packers had 32 minutes time of possession, which a substantial amount came in the second half. Any defense in the league, top 5 or not, the Saints have the best defense in football right now. I don't care. Any defense in the league, if the time of possession swings that badly, they're going to get tired. They're going to allow big plays. They're going to make mistakes. They can't do everything. You can't win a football game when only one side of the ball has competence. And it just is so frustrating because everyone knew this was going to happen. You looked at how the offensive line was playing, and you're like, Derek Carr is not going to survive. Trevor Penning is getting his ass beat. Ryan Ramczyk was getting thrown around today. He was actually the one that allowed that hit on Derek Carr that sent him out of the game. Ryan Ramczyk was playing like shit. Cesar Ruiz got hurt, so we had to watch Andres Pete play. It's just so bad. The offensive line is literal horseshit, and that's what happens when you can't protect your quarterback. They get hurt, and you have to watch people like Jameis Winston throw the football, which is not my favorite thing to do. And I was assuming we were going to leave that a few years back, but apparently that might be around for a little longer than we thought. There's still really no update on what the Derek Carr injury is. We just kind of have to hope that it's not anything too serious because, like I said, the season's derailed if Derek Carr's out. Because today proved why he's so much better than our other options at quarterback. Is he putting up 30 points per game? No. Is he putting together consistent drives, even if they end in field goals, to keep the defense off the field and giving them time to rest up and winning games with big plays towards the end? Yes. Now, obviously, Blake Grupe missed the game-winning field goal when Jameis finally put him in position to do so. But the fact that we were up 17-0 and had 5 straight punts by the offense, we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. So everyone's saying, Blake Grupe, cut him. The defense cut him. It's deeper than that. It's not just that one missed kick that put this game out of reach. That's not what it was. It was the collapse of the offense, the injury to Derek Carr, and the absolute shit show that was being put on the field when Jameis Winston was out there. I don't care. People are going to be like, oh, you just hate Jameis Winston. You're this, you're that. I do not care. Because if I see an offense trot out and punt 5 straight times, I don't care who the quarterback is. They are not being successful, and they're putting their defense in a really bad fucking position. Really bad. Like, awful. I don't even really need to go over the stats here. I mean, it was a pretty lackluster game throughout. Derek Carr was playing good when he was in. He was 13 for 18 with 103 yards and a touchdown. He got sacked 3 times. Another 4-sack game allowed by the Saints. Total, that is 12 sacks on the season, which is by far the most out of any team in the NFL. And Derek Carr had a 104 rating. Jameis Winston was 10 for 16, 101 yards with an 80.5 rating. So just another shit show of a game. But this time, it's like how it was 2 years back where the differential in quarterback is going to be the difference maker in the game. You win with one, you lose with the other. That's just, I'm sorry, that's how it is. Going into next week, we'll have Alvin Kamara coming back. Really what everything rides on is the news of Derek Carr's injury. Whatever it is, it's something that has to do with his shoulder, but is it a dislocation? Is it a sprain? Did he just rough it up a little bit? Did he tear something in there? We don't know. Is it his collarbone? No idea, but we'll find out soon, I hope, because that information is going to be what sets the bar for hope on this season. We play the Buccaneers next week, which, I mean, could be a good game for Jameis to get some revenge, but with what I've seen today, hopefully a full week of practice makes the difference with him, because I can't do this shit again, bro. I can't keep watching terrible, mediocre quarterback play with this team, because ever since Breeze left, that's what it's been, and it is so frustrating. The run game was all right today. At some point, we just had to abandon it because you're playing catch up. Chris Olave had another amazing game. He had 104 yards. He was the target number 1. Michael Thomas had another 50-yard day. Rashid Shaheed had an awesome punt return or kick return touchdown, punt return, whatever the fuck, kick return touchdown. Pretty sick. And that was about the highlights of the day. Everyone hope Derek Carr heals up fast. Another game that just is like, why did we lose that? Like, we should be 3-0 right now. Why did we blow a 17-0 lead, bro? No idea. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. This fucking team, dude, I swear.